guys, it's Lady Renaissaro here, and welcome to day 22 of our 30-day video game challenge. So, what challenge do we have up today, Miss Thing Picture of list of challenges that we have been doing for the past 22 days? So, alrighty, so today's challenge for today is a game sequel which disappointed you. Yes, that is spelled correctly. For some reason I looked at disappointed and I'm like, is that spelled correctly? I mean, I don't know, I'm the worst speller in the world, but I don't know, it looked off to me. Anyways, so once again, this was a very difficult challenge to meet because there haven't been many sequels that I have been that I've played of a game that I've played of a game where I have been disappointed in it. Most sequels that I've come across that I have played, I noticed that have been an improvement, like maybe an improvement to one and like the original one in certain ways, but never have been truly like disappointed with the overall experience. Like sometimes you get one of those sequels where it's like they change a lot of things from the first one, so you kind of have to relearn everything, like playing a whole new game, huh? And so, like, but overall, it's like, it's really hard to, like, disappoint me, in a game sequel overall. I'm not saying, like, yeah, there may be at some points in the game where I'm like, oh, they could have done this a little better, they could have done that a little better, but for me, it has to be the overall experience in the game. It can't be just like, oh, this one section of the game was bad, so that disappointed me, so the whole game was disappointing to begin with. It's like, no, I view it as everything that has happened. The journey, it is not about the destination. It's all about the destination. No, I'm quoting this terribly wrong. Okay. Quoting correctly, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And that's what I look forward to in games to begin with. So, once again, I comb through my library of God knows what games I even have. I have so many. I have quite a few. Like primarily physical copies of games, and so far, like, in terms of sequels, I mean, there's not many, because I have a lot of, like, there's a lot of games that I have that are just, like, just standalone or something like that. So, anyways, continuing on, I also, also for this challenge, as I was coming through, I came up with the idea, it's like, okay, it's a game sequel, but saying it disappointed you, because I would assume that you would have to play the first one in order to be disappointed in the sequel. So I stayed in the realm of, like, okay, I've had to play the first one, or what is it? Pre-sequel? No, it's not. Prequel. There you go. I'm thinking Borderlands. I'm like, pre-sequel. No, that's not it. No, the prequel game. It's like you have to play the first game in order to be disappointed in the second game. So, obviously, I squished it down to, okay, first I eliminated all the games that I have 1 and 2 of, or 1 or 2 of, I would say 2 or like 2 and 3. I think that counts. That counts as well. 2 and 3, 3 and 4, depending on how many are out there. But as long as, I would say it counts as a sequel if it's one game after another. So, anyways, so I have rambled about this too much, and I haven't even told you my pick. So, after very much combing around through the stacks of games that I have, I came across one game that I actually was I was very much disappointed in it when I played it. Like, I played the first game and I absolutely loved it, super excited. I saw the cover art of this game, of the sequel game, and it looked awesome, and I pop it in and it completely ruined my any sort of joy that I had from playing the first game, and that is Devil May Cry 2. Another old game. So I played the first Devil May Cry. Little mini story behind that. I found Devil May Cry and like the first Devil May Cry in like a $5 bin. At a game store. I found it in like a $5 bin and I picked it up and I'm like, it looks cool. It looks cool. I should play it. So I popped it in and I played it and I played it to the end and I absolutely loved it. I love Dante. I love the different creatures in it, the pretty awesome cutscenes, and I like the combat and the fact that it gives you the option to like, okay, do you want to be combo master and try your best, or do you want to put it on easy and just hack and slash people, which I did. I can tell you right now, I love playing these games, but I am no pro at them. So I was super excited. So I'm like, oh my god, I love this. Like, I love it. It's like, oh my god, I really love this. I'm enjoying everything about it. I want to pick up the next game. So I found Devil May Cry 2 in another $5 bin, and I saw the cover art, and I'm like, oh, dude, it looks awesome. Dante looks badass, yeah. And then I look on the back, and it came with 2 discs, and it's like, oh, you get to play as a girl, and it's like, you play this, like, other girl who's, like, a demon, or something like that, and I'm like, oh, this is so cool. This is so cool. Are we gonna, like, team up, or are we gonna do something? And I popped the disc in, and I couldn't even make it through the first disc. Absolutely hated it. Like, I was waiting to hear see the cutscenes of Dante's like wit and charm that he kind of had in the first one, that kind of like smug attitude, like, yeah, I'm the son of Sparta, and I know I'm a badass. But Dante in 2 is like, I don't know what happened to him. I don't know the story behind why he's so stone cold. Like, all his likable personality was gone completely. He just became like this stoic person, and I'm like, oh, okay. This is different. And I kept going at it, and I kept playing it, and I kept dying a lot, because, again, it didn't have the, like in the first game, it didn't have that automatic option to kind of go on an easier mode just for hack and slashing purposes. Like, I'm in it for more story and fun rather than comboing, like getting the best combos. Again, no pro at these. And I just couldn't, and it wouldn't let me. So I was like, okay, so I was stuck on normal. I think it's like, so I was stuck on normal, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll just change it, because you had that option in 1 to be able to change it, and I couldn't. So I was stuck on normal mode, and I kept dying, and it was frustrating. I hated Dante, because he was just a brick. He was a brick with a pair of guns. That was Dante in this game, and that upset me. And I got to the part with, I can't even remember her name, the redhead. I think Lucina, Lucina, or something like that. It starts with an L, maybe. I don't know. I'll probably put in, like, as I'm editing this, I'll probably find out her name and then put it in subtitles. But yeah, what's her face? I thought I would be a badass, and she wasn't. She was definitely a very underwhelming character, and basically this whole game was very much underwhelming. I think the only positive thing that I got out from playing it, like, I can tell you right now, like I said, I didn't get past disc 1, so I never completed it, and I don't plan on ever going back. To this. Maybe I will at some point in my off time. Free time. What's free time? More like off time. During my off time, maybe I'll go back. I do have the HD collection for the PS3, so maybe I'll give it a shot. Give it a shot again. I don't know. So this was the game. So this was the game sequel that definitely disappointed me, and thank God they made up for it in Devil May Cry 3, because definitely Devil May Cry 3 is a vast improvement from 2. So as I turn the question to you guys, what is a game sequel that disappointed you guys? And I do say, like, I don't mean sequel as in like, okay, it's like, okay, there's this 1 and 2, and 2 didn't like it. Like, it could be like 2 and 3, 3 and 4. As long as the sequel came directly after the first game that you play, I would say, yeah, I would say that counts. That counts. So comment your answer on what it is for the challenge, and I'll see you guys in day 23.